Welcome back. Today I noticed that there are a few new bots on chess.com, and as bad as I know that could be for my chess development, it's sometimes fun and sometimes it's instructive, so I'm just going to switch over there now. Now this one we've seen before. There is actually a bot called Martin that's rated 250, but Mighty Martin, who is also from Bulgaria, it says, "Behold the caped capturer Mighty Martin, a skilled hero who took one lesson from his 4-year-old son. There is also the Green Pawn, Dead Lost, Blunder Woman, and the Question Master, who doesn't have a rating and has question marks instead." Apparently, GM Robert Hess got stuck on an extra difficult chess puzzle and lost his mind. Now he is the evil villain known as the Question Master. I'm going to start with the easy one. Hopefully it'll be easy. If not, this will be a quick video. Let's choose Mighty Martin and let the computer choose the colors and click play. I get the white pieces. I am going to open with E4, which I have switched to within the past few weeks. Oh, Mighty Martin is going to play the Scandinavian. Well, let's take that pawn. I can't hear the sounds. Did I? I must have had that muted for some reason. Hopefully that sound was coming through for you all. Let's get this knight out. We'll get this bishop out and castle. But first we'll get this knight out just to threaten the queen for a second. The queen has moved back. I believe this bishop is best placed here, and then I can castle, hopefully. I don't think this is one of the situations where I can capture on f7, is it? Because here the king could just move over, but I guess I would have gained a pawn. If the king does capture back, I would be able to check here, but I don't know if that works in this situation. I'm going to castle just to be safe. I'm never sure when the f7, f2 captures are the best. And I think we should play d4 now, or should I move this rook over first? I think I'm going to play d4, and then that way I can get out my dark squared bishop to here, I guess. Now this one can come back if it needs to. Not yet, but it does look like they're trying to sneak in over on this side. So I'm going to play a3. Okay, yeah, that bishop is undefended at the moment. Wait, I can defend that bishop this way, can't I? I can attack the queen, defend this bishop, and point at f7 all at once. That has to be good, right? Well, let me first make sure that Martin doesn't have a mate in one here, because I have blundered checkmate to Martin before. I'm going to try knight to e5, just for fun. Okay, now I think that's a blunder, because now this allows my knight to capture on f7, which is a fork of the queen and the rook, and the king can't take because the bishop is guarding it. So I should at least win the rook for the knight at this point. Okay, the queen has moved over there, attacking this undefended pawn, which would be a fork of those two pieces. But the rook is defended right now, and then I could defend the knight either by moving the bishop back or moving the queen up. I think I'm going to go ahead and take that rook. Okay, they did take back, and now I can move this pawn forward, I think. Or should I make some sort of attack on that king down there? I'm not sure yet. Let's go ahead and move this pawn up, so I'm not worrying about that, although I do notice that both of these two pieces are undefended at the moment. I can move my knight in there and offer a knight trade, since I'm up an exchange and a pawn. I think it's a good idea to trade equal material at this point. Oh, okay, well, that's definitely a blunder, because it gives me the queen with check, discovered check, and then I can pick off that rook as well. And now that pawn's hanging, so I think, oh, they moved the pawn. Mighty Martin saved that pawn, but I can still get the knight out, I think. Not very far, but okay. That pawn's defended. I'm not sure where that bishop is going. Also, this is a check, and it helps get the knight out, and my bishop is protecting it. And then, what can I capture with that? I can't capture anything with the knight, but it is a discovered check when I move the bishop. Let's see. Guess I could go down there and pick off this pawn. That's a double check. King will have to move, and then I will get the b pawn, I think. Yeah, let's just go ahead and get the b pawn. That pawn is defended by the bishop, but I can come back in here and get that too, can't I? Maybe. I just want to get rid of as many of Martin's pieces as possible while my queen is still safe. But I do need to get my queen probably lined up with this bishop at some point to do something down here. Let's go ahead and do that. We can get that pawn here in a second. I think we can go ahead and pick off that pawn. That's not a check, but it is getting rid of another piece. Okay. And now I think that's checkmate. Checkmated with the knight, because my My bishop was protected by the queen, and my bishop cuts off that square, and Martin had suffocated himself with the other pieces. Checkmate on move 25. Let's save that game to my archive and run the game review, and then I'll move on to the next bot. I don't know if any of you saw it, but recently, maybe a week or two ago, there was a Gotham chess video where he said, I can beat all the beginner bots in a certain amount of time, and he beat like, I don't know, 10 bots in 19 minutes or something. I'm never going to be able to do that, but I think I am getting faster. Okay, it just said I had one miss, but no mistakes or blunders. That's good, right? And it looks like I was ahead the whole time. Where was my miss? Oh, it was right near the end. I must have had a mate right before that. Oh, I had a mate in too. Was it the knight here? Oh, it was the knight here, which would have forced the king over, and then I could have played that. I'm guessing. Let's click to the analysis board. Yeah, it was knight to f8 check, forcing the king over, and then I would have had a forced mate. But instead I played that, which did not give us a forced mating sequence, because they could have played knight to d5, which would have slowed down mate, I guess. Because then when I checked with my knight back there, the king had a way to escape. So, but Martin played that and blundered mate in one. I get it. All right. Well, let's go to the next bot, play computer, and we're going to click on the green pawn, which says Danny Wrench thinks taking en passant is a superpower. Well, it kind of is. No one has the heart to tell him he's not one of the superheroes. Well, that's sad. Somebody should tell him. Okay, computer can choose the colors. Oh, I get the black pieces. All right, we're going to play the Caro-Kann against the green pawn. Ooh, are we going to get the advanced variation? Oh no, the exchange variation. Okay. The Panov attack. I never remember what to do with the Panov attack. Do I just take it? I don't remember, because if I play this pawn, they take me, and then I take back, and then I don't have a C pawn or an E pawn. And I don't want to develop the knight, of course, because then they would just take there. Oh, I guess I could take back with my queen. But if I play E6 now, then I've blocked in my light squared bishop. So I think I just take it. I'm not sure. I don't see that variation often enough to really know for sure. Again, I shouldn't play the knight here, because then the pawn can move forward and it'll be protected by two pieces on that square, attacking my knight. And I would have to move my knight again. Okay, so I'm going to get out the light squared bishop and then play E6. Okay, I assumed that pawn was going to fall soon. Now I play E6, and then I can get this knight out to C6, like so. And now if the pawn pushes forward, I can just take it, right? I know that they can take back, and then I would have to trade queens, but I think I'll be okay. Maybe not. Maybe their knight gets in here. I don't know. Should I pin the knight? Oh no, my knight's hanging, so I shouldn't play that. I need to take or something. We're about to find out. Okay, and now I can't check because their knight's there. Oh, well, if their knight captures, then I can take back, I think. I can also check with my queen. Should I try that? Because I'd still be guarding this square. Oh no, they have two pieces aimed at that square right now. I should move my rook over first, right? Let's move the rook over. Oh, their king has moved over. I think, as far as I know, that was the green pawn's first error. I still want to get this bishop out. Should I go here with it? Probably. Let's try that. I can take back this way. Oh, no, okay, that I'm not too worried about. I'll just take the free bishop. Oh, it wasn't free, was it? Okay, well, that took care of that. Let's go here. And I think I can castle on my next move. Even if they check me, I can block it. Yeah, let's castle. And then I need to, okay, I was going to say I need to move the knight so I don't end up separating these pawns, but I need to move this bishop first. Let's move it down there, which comes with a tempo because that rook has to go somewhere. Well, now they have the tempo. Oh, I can just go here, I guess. And if they threaten me again, I'll take the pawn. Oh, they didn't. Okay. I noticed that that pawn's undefended, and I can get there in 2 quick hops. Let's see if they make a move to defend that pawn. They did. How about that? What's going on over here? They're making a frontal assault with their pawns. Let's chase the bishop off, see where it goes. I assume, no, it'll go back there. I'll take it. That was pretty quick. I probably shouldn't have taken so quickly. I just noticed that I was a pawn ahead, and so trades might help me at this point. Would like to get in here, but I don't know if it's too soon. Is it too soon to try to go in there yet? I think I'm safe temporarily on the back rank. I'm going to go ahead and try to infiltrate the second rank there, and I can I can move the bishop there and it would be safe, right? To c4, I think. And I can just take that and move a pawn, and I'm still up a pawn. guess it's time to bring my other rook out, although I'm not sure. I think I should put it on d8 because that will help protect a knight moving out, maybe. It'll also be ready to infiltrate down here. Let's try that. Okay, now that I think I can just block with this pawn, because otherwise they get too close and then I'm in trouble, right? The green pawn is playing better than the Mighty Martin, or whatever the first one was called. Now, if that pawn moves, I guess I'm getting my knight out of there, because I'm not going to take it, because that would allow the infiltration of the other pawn. I don't want to lose to a 900 rated bot, but I mean, it's happened in the past. Oh, sorry. The green pawn moved, and I didn't realize it. I was sitting here waiting for the green pawn to move, but it had already moved. Okay. Well, that's a little embarrassing. Let's see. If I move here and they take, and I take, and they take, and I take, I'll still be up a pawn. I think that's okay. Let's try it. And if they don't take, I'll get that pawn. Okay, they did take. They're going after that pawn. Well, I can defend it with the rook or the bishop, but not the rook, because then they'll get my bishop. So let's defend it with the bishop, and then maybe try to come in here and get that pawn. I think that's okay. Now I have two connected passed pawns. See, that's not going here? Maybe over there? So my bishop guards that square. I need to get the rook. Oh, I can check and then start advancing the pawns, right? Well, this one specifically. Problem is I won't be able to advance the other pawn just yet. Let's see, if I advance this, they can still attack my rook, but I can easily move my rook, so I'm going to do that. Okay, I think I can just drop it back one, or I could go over, and then if they move the rook, I can move the other pawn. I think that's good. They did move the rook. Okay, well, I'll move the other pawn then. I'll take that, and then put my bishop on c6, guarding that square. Let's see, if I put my bishop on c6, where's the knight going to go? I guess the knight could try to blockade. No, then I would just take it. Come over here, which would be attacking this pawn, but then I just move that pawn. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Advance the a pawn to a4, and then the b pawn. That can't go there, can it? So I think if I advance here, then I queen. I think I'm good. Unless I haven't missed anything. I get my queen. I am actually attacking the knight right now. We can go there and pin the knight for a second while we move the other pawn. Oh, we'll just take it with check. That's check, and I think this will be checkmate. Okay. 45 moves to beat the green pawn. Again, I will click save game and run the game review. I know I didn't play as well in this one, but I don't know how poorly I did. Okay, it says I gave away a huge advantage there when we transitioning into the end game, wherever that is. I had one blunder, one miss, and one mistake. But it does look like I had a slight advantage through most of this section. Probably played a bunch of inaccuracies. Oh, it's behind my camera view, but it says I had 6 inaccuracies, which kept me from getting further ahead, I guess. But then I blundered right there. Yeah, I had a slight lead here. And what did I play next? I played knight to d5. Well, I wondered about that. I didn't know if that was good or not. I know at this point I'm up a pawn, and it's this a pawn. And I think I said my plan during the game. If they took, I would take, and they took back, I would take, and then I would still be up a pawn with only rooks on the board. And I thought I could get rid of their b pawn, which would allow mine to pass. But apparently that was a blunder and gave my opponent a huge advantage. But a couple of moves later, the bot gave the advantage back. So instead of knight to d5, what should I have played? I haven't turned on the lines yet, so I'm not sure. Should I have just sacrificed the a pawn to let my b pawn pass? That's the only thing I can think of. I'm going to click to the analysis board. No, that was not it. It says rook to d2. I should have come down with my rook first, or king to f8, or bishop to b3. What would bishop to b3 have done? I don't know. I know what rook to d2 would have done. I mean, it would have kept their king from getting back to their second rank. So their king would have been trapped on these 3 squares right here, just basically being able to go around in a tiny little triangle until they were able to move their f-pawn. Okay, I guess rook to d2, besides cutting their king off, also aims to get behind the b-pawn. Okay, so I think, and also it's not 0.98. It's minus 0.43, according to Stockfish. Okay, so I didn't have as much of a lead here as I thought. And that, according to the game review, took us to +4. Huge advantage for the opponent. But Stockfish, running at a deeper depth, only thinks it's +1.75. And that's if they take, which they did. And of course, it is my best move to take back with the bishop, which I did. But it's not their best move to take the second time. Now they should pin my bishop. Okay, I get that. But it's not +4, it's +1.6. But I do understand the pinning of the bishop would be good. But then I could distract from that for a moment by pushing the A pawn. They would take. Then I could put my rook over here, and they would get my bishop, but I would get their pawn and have a passed pawn, I think. The green pawn bot would still be slightly ahead at that point, but instead they brought their rook all the way over to attack my A pawn now. Bishop to B7 was my only move that maintains any sort of advantage here, and it wasn't very much of an advantage. And then they blundered by moving their king, or made a mistake in moving their king. Rook to D4 was my best move. Okay, well, good. You know what? I didn't even see that it was attacking the undefended knight. I just saw that it was attacking the pawn. I just saw that I was attacking the pawn. I thought the only way they could defend it was by putting their rook back over here. Maybe I would have seen the knight move at that point. The knight capture? I don't know. The bot saw that its knight was in danger and moved it back there, and I took the pawn, which was best. And here they were supposed to play knight to H4. I'm not sure what for. Maybe to move back over here? Nope, knight to E1 now. But instead the bot went knight to E3, which I wasn't sure about, and I should have played rook to F4. Wait, wouldn't the king have just come up here? It says they wouldn't. It says they would play king to E2 at that point. I'm pretty sure most opponents that I play, I think they would have immediately challenged my rook, and then I don't know what I would have done with it. Oh, my bishop's pointing there. Okay, never mind. That's why people at my level don't play moves like that, because we don't see, sometimes, multiple moves ahead. Sometimes we do. This is not as often as the higher rated players. But I played my second best move. But still, it's only -1.9, not -3.6. So what did the bot give away? When did the bot give it away? That was my best move. Here they should have played rook to C1. I guess aiming for the bishop or to get behind my pawns. But instead the bot did this, which I should have just backed up one, but I thought of getting out of the way. They brought the rook over. A5 was my best move. And then okay, that was an inaccuracy. No, that's more than an accuracy. It's -3, -3.1, 3.2, and that takes us to -6.5, almost -7, -6.8. I just missed the free knight, but I took the rook knowing, or being pretty sure that the knight couldn't take both of those pawns. Bishop to C6 was my best move, guarding that spot. I think I've mentioned it before. I feel a little stronger in end games once we get the heavy pieces off the board and when there's just a minor piece left per side and some pawns, especially if I have a slight pawn advantage, which I did here. I didn't think that there was anything that the bot could do to stop those pawns from moving down. G5 or knight to B4. Okay, I think in the case of knight to B4, I just would have played B2, right? Yeah, there's nothing they could have done about that. Okay, so I was doing pretty well here no matter what happened. That makes sense. They can go ahead and take this pawn if they want to. They did not. They played one of their better moves here. And of course I promoted. Now it says I have mate in 23, but the bot played inaccurately and allowed the mate to go faster here. So I think I have enough time to play the next one. And there's no guarantee that I will beat the next one, which is Dead Lost, rated 1300. I sometimes beat bots rated 1300, but I think I'm about even wins and losses against 1300 rated bots. I don't remember the name of the first 1300 rated bot that I had so much trouble with, but I finally got past it. Then the Ven bot, which is one of the normal standard bots. There's Ven. Yeah, Ven from Vietnam is rated 1300. I think I've played Ven 20 or 30 times now, and I think we're about even. I still cannot consistently beat that bot. But Dead Lost is rated 1300 from Canada. It says Dead Lost gave up the hero life for a far more lucrative job, chess streaming. Don't be distracted when he breaks the fourth wall. Well, I almost never look at the bot's chats, so I probably will not be distracted. Again, I will let the computer choose the colors, and I'll do my best with E4. Okay, we're going to get the Vienna game. See what the... I probably shouldn't try it against a bot. But against a human, when they play knight to f3 here, I usually play f4. I've been trying to practice that. Now, if they play knight to f6, knight to c6, sorry, the f4 doesn't work. Certainly not as well as it does with knight to f6. But I don't know if I should try it against a bot. Why not, right? We're having fun. Okay. Well, then I think I can put my knight on f3. Is that the best move? I don't know. Let's take this one. And get this bishop out. Pins that knight. Are they going to trade this here? No, they're not. Well, that bishop move prevents me from castling, so I should take this knight, I think. Oh, now this knight's in danger. Well, I think I may have messed this up. I don't know. Check. How to get this knight out of danger? I don't know. Can I get it out of danger? Is there a safe square for it? No. It can't go there anyway. That's not safe. I can go back. That's not safe. Sorry. Having trouble with my arrows today. Neither one of those squares is safe. I can't go there because of the pawn, and that's not safe, so I have to go back. All right. Now I can get it out here if I need to, I guess. What? Oh, is that checkmate? Can I stop that by getting my queen out? Well, not there. Can I stop checkmate by getting the queen out here? Then they'll play this bishop. Wait, I lost already to this little bot? Good grief. Oh, I have no idea. That's a pawn fork, but I don't know how good it is. We'll find out in a second. Okay, we got a bishop for a pawn. Oh, that's check. Should I just move out of check? I think I have to, right? One way or the other? Which way? I think this way. Now that one I can block with the knight, but then I don't know. We're just going to find out as we go. Now I was going to say I should be able to take that e-pawn now, but the rook's behind it. Oh, why not? I may have already lost to this bot. I really have no idea. I want to be able to defend the bishop with a piece besides my queen, so I'm going to put my king up here. Connect my rooks. Yeah, that pawn is hanging. I see that. I can defend it by putting it up one. Why not? And then maybe put this rook over behind my queen, and so I can get my queen out of there. Now I have two pieces defending the bishop besides the queen, so I can move the queen. Where's their queen aiming? Not here. Just moved back one. I'm not sure about that. Well, I guess I can castle now. Kind of slow castling, I guess. But I want to get my queen out of this pen first. And I think I'll just sidestep one. So now my queen is out of the pin. So if I need to move the bishop, I can. Okay, I'm not too worried about that. I don't think. Should I be worried about that? Oh, well, if they sacrifice the bishop for the knight, then they can check over here. I can just go ahead and get out of here then. But then they would get the knight and the pawn for the bishop. Well, I can't move the knight. That much is sure. I can protect the knight this way. Maybe. I'm not sure what the bot exactly is aiming at. I wonder if I put my knight on h4, would they take my queen and let me take their queen? I'm up 2 pieces of material. I think it says I'm up 2 points. What am I up? I'm up a knight, but down a pawn, something like that. I wonder is that a good idea? I have no idea. Let's try it. Again, just doing this for fun. Oh, they saved their bishop that way. Well, then I can put the knight back, right? And it's still protected here. Nope. Oh, you know what? If I got a repetition against this bot, I would be just fine. Let's see did they want to repeat? For all I know, I was really far ahead there, but I didn't feel like it. I felt like I had been lost for some time. I was happy to take a repetition to get the draw after 27 moves. Save game, click game review, and we'll find out if I was ahead and should have repeated or not. Oh, I was ahead, according to the graph. At one point, the bot was up -5, according to this, and I was up about +3 when I repeated. Well, that's fine. Now, what did the bot do? Oh, it was a mistake to move my king over? Well, what should I have done? Well, Stockfish says I should have blocked the check with the bishop, which could have just been taken by the pawn. And it says they would have taken with the pawn, but then I would have taken the pawn. they would have taken my queen. No, they wouldn't have. No, they wouldn't have. Even though their queen was hanging, they would have checked me with the rook at that point. Wow. Well, okay. And my second best move was moving over to the left to d1 or playing b4. I didn't consider b4 because they would have just taken it. But going over here was a mistake and took us to minus 3.8, not 5.9, but minus 3.8 according to Stockfish here. And they should have pinned my queen to my king. Oh, wow. Well, I have played opponents that would have seen that. Opponents at my level that definitely would have seen the bishop to a6 move. That spot's, it would be protected by their queen, and of course, then I would have lost my queen for a bishop. So that's why that's a mistake. I get that. Okay, so here's where the bot blundered and gave it away. They could have also played rook to e8 at this point to protect this pawn. But instead, they checked over here, which was a miss, and gave a slight advantage back to me. Knight to f3 was my best move. Okay, taking the free pawn was good here. That was an inaccuracy. King to f2 was fine here. Oh, okay. It was one of my better moves to help protect that. And, oh, and also to get my rook out. Okay, good. Another inaccuracy on the bot's part. Now here I should have brought this rook all the way over here, or just put it behind my queen. But instead I protected that weak pawn, which was okay. Another inaccuracy on the bot's part. Now here I did play this one, which was one of my top 3 moves. Okay. They dropped back one, and now I should have brought the king back immediately. I waited a few turns before I played that. But I did play one of my top 3 moves, getting the queen out of the pin. And I should have played king to g1 again, but instead, oh, that was a mistake. Moving my queen into another pin? Okay. I thought I was adding another defender to this, but I didn't need it because that piece is already defended twice. I was just worried that if they took, then the queen would check here. But I still had a slight advantage. Another inaccuracy on the bot's part. I should have played h3, but instead, okay, see now, when I did play g1, it was inaccurate, according to the game review. But so was that. So was that. Now, queen to h5 was their best move. And now I'm putting the knight back on f3 is my best move. But it was inaccurate for them to go back there. And inaccurate for me to go back over there. But it is their best move now to move the queen over, and my best move to put the knight back. So now what they should do, their best move is queen to d5. But instead the bot repeated. Okay. Well, again, I thought after having this whole journey with my king and getting brutalized here in the center early on, I wasn't sure if I was ahead, and I decided to take the draw. I will always take a draw against an even or higher rated opponent, and in this case the bot was rated slightly higher than me. Hopefully you got something out of this. There are a couple of other higher rated bots that you saw there at the beginning of this video. I'm not going to play them because, as you saw, I barely got a draw against Dead Lost Bot, and don't feel like getting destroyed by the higher rated bots just right now. Thank you for spending your time here, and I'll see you next time.